In this episode I'm starting CashLens expense tracker from an empty folder. And by the end of the video you'll have a Spring Boot service that takes a message over HTTP and lands it in Postgres. We'll pick up Java 20 file. I prefer using Maven and YML. We will need Spring Web, Lombok and Spring Data JPA. And that would be it. Let's create the project. We have it now. Let's remove the unnecessary folders and unnecessary stuff in XML to keep it tidy. Some parts are generated by IntelliJ and they are not really needed. So here you can see the minimum required Maven, and we need this PostgreSQL runtime for driver. Let's start from creating the InboundMessage class. We will have a representation of the entity in PostgreSQL database. A part of the payload, I would like to keep here the processing status, so we can see whether it is just received entity or it is processed or it was attempted to be processed and this attempt failed. As well, we want to know when this message was received. Let's create the simple constructor containing just a payload, and we might want to know where this message comes from, whether it is text, audio, voice or photo. So let's extend our constructor with the source argument, and that would be it. It's good to have some default values. So when we create the inbound message, the status will be received and the received at will be now. And let's switch to the repository. Creating it is pretty simple. You just extend the JPA repository interface by your interface and that's all. With REST controller, it will be a bit more code, but nothing extraordinary. For now, I will create only one method to save text message. It's good to wrap the body of the post requests into the object, so you can easily extend it. And let's create the service, which will be the mediator between controller and repository in our case. So actually save text message, one argument, which is the payload, and it knows the text message is the specific enum value. Now we inject our inbound service into the controller and our method for saving text messages is ready. Now let's configure the data source. Here in Neon console, I have already created the project for our database, but I will guide you through the process of creating the project. So you just pick up the region. This authentication is not needed for now. And you can find the connection string here, and that's pretty much it. You copy it and just insert into the data source configuration, but pay attention that you need to split this URL into 3 values, which is username will be same as I have. You need to insert your password, and URL comes also yours. This DDL auto update means that database structure will be recreated for the new tables. Now let's create the request JSON and let's try whether we can make an HTTP request. And as you see, the startup of application fails because the dependency that contains driver was not uploaded correctly. In this case, you need to force Maven re-upload all the resources, and if it doesn't work, you invalidate caches in IntelliJ and start again the application. And now it works. So let's lead the post request to the correct endpoint, and we have another error. Now it's due to the not correct indent in our YML file. Let's run the application again, and hopefully now 202 means that the request was accepted, and the application basically processed our request. And as you can see now on the screenshot that I have from the Neon, the entity is there. So we achieved what we wanted in this episode, and see you in the next one, where we will continue developing our application.